Has LSS opted to lean into crack, shuffle, and play in lieu of character-specific hero decks? Let's discuss. All that and more, right now. Bright lights may break the norm, and that's okay, because without ingenuity, progress would stagnate. And as we review the comprehensive product sheet, one thing seems to be immediately missing. Pre-constructed decks, or pre-con blitz decks, a seeming staple since Monarch, and almost all mainline sets have been accompanied by pre-con blitz decks up to this point, of heroes that are within those sets. As Bright Lights is the first set to contain only one class, and which itself is a first for Flesh and Blood, this could lend itself to why some choices were made in such a unique product design on our hands. A normal staple in most Flesh and Blood sets since Monarch, blitz decks were a great way to get new players introduced to the game. Normally $10 to $15 per deck, these decks would be bought one at a time, and you could be able to play and grow into whatever format you choose, such as UPF or Classic Constructed. With the new Crack Shuffle play, I feel that there was a purposeful omission of the Blitz pre-constructed decks in Bright Lights for some to focus on the intended more jumpstart feel and usher in the idea that UPF as a format, in conjunction with the Tolarian Community College and LSS product, would bear the load of onboarding new players, but not via the Blitz proper format, but instead sideload them into a more casual and fun UPF experience. Which has been my personal focus with Flesh and Blood for a while now, so as I am not a competitive player, I tend to lean more into the fun-to-play products, such as UPF, and soon PvE, one day. That said, I feel that Blitz decks are not gone, and I do feel that we will see them as time goes forward, but I feel that LSS is trying to see if this new concept can work, and how that is implemented will be a quite intriguing setup. Looking at the photos of the Bright Light box provided by LSS asset page, we can see that it clearly states designed for booster draft, sealed deck, 3-pack, and constructed play. So the core of Bright Lights will be just like, or maybe not like, any other set that we've seen draftable before it, with the notable exception that this set is a all single class mechanologist, giving much more headroom for unique options that would present itself to other situations where multi-class draftable sets prior to Bright Light could not pull off. Now, I don't think that Crack Shuffle play will work with a multi-class pool, and that's probably why we haven't seen it prior to this. There would not be enough cards to allow for a playable deck. Enter Bright Lights, the all-new Mechanologist set, where that only technicality has now been lifted. Let's discuss, without knowing much about the makeup of Bright Lights, the set, see how it would end up working out. If we assume that the intent going in was to not have any Blitz precons for Bright Lights, let's take a look at some basic assumptions and how a normal Blitz precon would have worked up to this point. Now, a typical precon would contain the following items: a hero token, a weapon token, and exactly 40 cards in the deck. Now, the new Blitz changes proposed in the Skirmish Season 7 and new Blitz decks would actually need to have a structure requiring 52 cards. You can see more at the fabtcg.com article that is Season 7 Blitz Update. Second, your hero would still have one young hero card, but now it would have 52 cards in the pool instead of your 40 card deck prior, which would include your weapons, equipment, and etc. From that 52 cards, you would start with exactly 40 cards in your deck in the Skirmish Season 7, which, if these changes stick long-term, is what I believe is going to happen. And I hear from people, it's actually a great change. It prevents certain shutout matches and bad matchups, so we'll see if that sticks around. Number 5. Moving on, the precons would still be up to 2 copies of each card per deck following the standard Blitz rules. And 6, finally, a full suite of equipment, which would be 4 in total: your head, chest, legs, and arms. Now, let's speculate on how the Crack Shuffle and play will look. In sets prior to Flesh and Blood 2.0, there was typically only 1 token per pack, but as of this recording, draftable Flesh and Blood 2.0 sets have 2 tokens per pack. Now, at first I thought this was a huge waste because I couldn't see why they were planning to have multiple tokens in a pack. I thought this was really a waste, but it actually is secretly genius. I deduced that the most interesting idea here is to include a variety of tokens for both drafting as well as a section for a slot, and in this case, what used to be the slot for cold foils is now also the slot for the expansion slot. See? Slot? See what they did there? Yeah, Bright Lights. Look at that expansion slot. I see what you did there, LSS. Good job. Now, what this means is that with 16 cards per pack, we can actually break down the rarity ratios as stated in the official product sheet. Bright Light's pack rarity distribution is as follows: 1 cold foil per display, which would replace a token, and we won't be using that for our calculations here. Rainbow foils, 1 per pack of any rarity. Rares or higher, 2 per pack, 1 guaranteed rare, and 1 rare or majestic / better in the pack. 11 commons per pack, and 1 token per pack, with 1 token being the possible slot for the expansion slot / cold foil. So for Crack Shuffle and Play, a 3-pack introductory format, this means that we could have a pool consisting of the following: 3 rainbow foils of any rarity, a minimum of 3 to 6 rares with the option of 3 or more of those being a higher rarity, 33 commons, and 3 to 6 tokens, assuming you don't hit any cold foils or reprints in that extended slot. This means for our pool of Mechanologist cards, we would actually have 42 cards, which does meet or exceed the 40-card current Blitz format deck rules. This is assuming that with 3 of the tokens that could be correctly collated, meaning that you would have 1 hero, 1 weapon, and technically 4 armor slots. At least that's in a perfect world. So, there you have it. Yes, you can make a Blitz deck from 3 Bright Lights packs. This is quite a cool thought experiment, and I really hope to try this out soon with my friends at a table. I'm not sure if this will be a new staple of sets going forward, or if this will just go down in history as one of the sweet examples of the flexibility that Flesh and Blood has to offer. While there have been many comparisons between Flesh and Blood and other games, I do think that to fit this or any other game's mechanic into any other game, such as Pokemon, Magic, or Yu-Gi-Oh!, would not really allow to show the strength of Flesh and Blood's gameplay. The reality is that every game is made unique and in some defining way, such as the class and talent system, which is core to Flesh and Blood, just like the 5-color system is to Magic or evolving is to Pokemon. I for one look forward to Bright Lights and hope to see some exciting new mechanics and cards that will shake up how I play my main class. Heck, when I'm done, there could easily be 6 different Mechanologist decks with various tactics. I will still vow to find a way to Voltron into my mech suit like I did at the Ultimate Pit Fight in Baltimore tournament. Until next time, may your games be fun and your friendships grow. Cheers. Until next time, may your games be fun and your friendships grows. Cheer. Grows. We're going to do that one last time. Alright. Tellurian Community College, an LSS product, would bear the load of onboarding new... blah blah blah. With Crack Shuffle Play, I feel that there was a purposeful omission of the Brits! Damn it, Jim! Prior set a precedent to not being able to pull this off. We're going to do that because I was wordy, and that is not what that says. Wow, I need to take a second to do this. Alright. So the core of Bright Lights will be just like, or maybe not like many other sets that have been drafted before it, with the notable exception that this is a single class set, giving much more room for some unique options that would present it. Redo. Wow. So, there you go. Yes, there you have it. Yes. So, redo. Not sure if there'll be any new staples of the set. Redo. This is quite cool.